Thank you so much for joining us again on another episode of Share Your Story. Look, okay, you know I always have to ask, like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video with someone you know who you feel it could benefit. I'm so freaking excited. You know why? This is a first for us. We have a dynamic duo here today. This is Lauren and Isaac Gibson, the Gibson group. Say hello to the people.
Hello.
Hello. Okay, I'm excited. This is our first ever real estate couple dynamic duo. So I'm so excited. Are you guys ready?
Very excited.
Ready?
We're excited.
You excited?
Ready to be here.
You're ready?
Ready.
All right. Well, we're going to get started. I always start every single interview with this question. And I'm going to start with you first, Lauren. Okay?
Okay.
How did you get started in real estate?
Oh wow. So it was a bit of a journey.
Okay.
I guess we both have always had a sales background.
Okay.
We were both working as sales managers at a call center for Citigroup.
Okay.
And managed teams of 32 individuals.
Okay.
They went to a work from home platform.
Okay.
And it wasn't a good fit for either Isaac nor I.
Okay.
And let's see, we had our first daughter, she was
Okay,
one,
okay.
and I was pregnant
Uh-huh.
with our son,
Okay.
and we decided that I needed a career change.
Okay. All right.
I had always been super interested in homes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like when I was really little, I used to love This Old House.
Mm-hmm.
And
Right.
it always conveniently came on Sundays.
Okay.
And so my parents would be like rushing me out of the door to get to church, and I'd be like, no, I'm watching This Old House. So I don't know, I've always loved homes.
Okay. Okay.
And so I was
and
like-
no cell phones back then to look at it and all that good stuff.
That's right. You just had
Right.
to sit there and watch it on TV.
Exactly. Exactly.
So, and then that's kind of just, I was like, hey, I need a career change.
Okay.
And what if I did this?
Right.
And so we tried it out,
Okay.
and I loved it. And that's
All right. And how long ago was that?
Well, our son is 6, soon to
Okay.
be 7, so almost 7 years.
Okay, almost 7
She
years.
was 9 months pregnant when she took the test.
Really?
I was.
9 months and
I
made it
remember.
through.
I did. Yep.
The allotted time.
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, so it sounds like you like people because you said they went to a work at home structure,
Yes.
and that didn't work for you.
Well, I mean, managing adults is difficult in
Right.
itself, but doing it from home
Mhm.
was really hard.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah.
Okay. All right. Very good. Thank you for sharing that, Lauren. All right. Your turn, Mr. Isaac.
I actually live in a community that was new sales construction,
Okay.
and Lauren decided she was going to jump into it,
Okay.
and she was talking to the rep
Mhm.
right up the street, and she
Mm.
said he was telling him about it, and she was like, you know what, Isaac would be really good at this. And
Okay.
she came home and she was talking to me about it,
Okay.
and I thought about it. I'm like, you know what, I think I would like to give it a try.
Okay.
So I kind of did a different journey than Lauren. I actually
Okay.
started
Mhm.
with a builder, D.R. Horton,
Okay. All
and
right.
sales background just like her, and
Yeah.
I just love sales.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I lived in a D.R. Horton home. That was
Okay.
our second
Oh,
D.R.
really?
Horton home. So
Okay. Okay.
it's easy for me to be able to sell something I believe in.
Exactly.
So
All
that's,
right.
that's how I got started.
Okay, so she started first. You tagged on to her coattails, but in a somewhat.
Like always.
Yeah. She is the boss lady, okay? She is.
The brick.
Yes, she's the boss.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got started in general brokerage,
Right.
and you got started in new construction.
Correct.
All right, so talk to me a little bit about that whole process and how it's different from general brokerage.
New construction is completely different.
Okay.
And what I liked about new construction was I felt like it was still sales.
Okay. Okay.
I felt that I was selling one particular home or company.
Okay.
So I enjoyed that. Now that I'm in general brokerage, I feel it's more of a matchmaking. Like I have to figure out what my
Okay.
client wants and then find that match.
Okay.
New construction, it was, hey, this is what you want.
This is
and
it.
this is why you want it.
Okay.
So the pressure there was just, it was a little different
Okay.
because we had set hours, and then you worked, of course, outside those hours.
Right.
And
Right.
then we had to work weekends.
Okay.
Um,
Mandatory, huh?
every
all the
weekend.
weekends.
All the weekends.
Okay. Okay.
So that was that's why I'm pretty much no longer there was just because of
Okay.
the scheduling and the time and the work-life balance.
Right.
But
Okay.
great experience.
Yeah.
Was very happy to learn everything I learned.
Okay.
And yeah, it was really nice.
Okay. All right. So let's talk about, now you're in general brokerage.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Lauren, what did you think when the decision was made? Okay, he's getting out of new construction, which he had no choice, but to join you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he had no
No
choice.
choice. There was
He
no
had no
choice.
choice at all. So tell me about that. Talk to us a little bit about making that switch and what was going through your mind. Were you excited? Were you like, oh gosh, I gotta work with my husband, this is day in, day out? He did used to leave and come back, but now we're together.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
So we met working together
Okay.
as managers, right?
Okay.
So we had worked together before.
Okay.
We were top sales managers for the top two
Okay.
sales teams, and so we used to throw ideas off each other's, which was great.
Okay.
But this obviously is a different capacity
Uh-huh.
of working together.
Mhm.
I think it was a long transition and a long, to make
Okay.
the decision.
Okay.
Because D.R. Horton, yes, he worked all the time.
Right.
But it was health insurance, it was 401k, it was all the extra benefits.
Ah.
Trips to Vegas and cruises.
Ooh.
Yeah, he was the
Yeah.
top producer, so he got a ton of benefits.
Yeah.
Right.
So they treated me very well.
They
It-
treated you well.
Right, and so
Okay.
it was a long time to make that
Okay,
decision, right?
okay.
But I think with a lot of prayer
Mhm.
and consulting with others and talking
Sure.
to mentors and
Sure.
each other and
Uh-huh.
stuff, we decided that it was the right fit for the family.
Okay.
Now he can coach our kids' soccer teams sometime. Well, last year he
Aw.
did, and so
That was
I love that.
yeah, that was the main reason. It
Yeah.
was,
Yeah.
and then October
Uh-huh.
of last year
Okay.
is when we kind of really talked about it because
Okay.
for a while she's like, "When are you quitting? When are you quitting? I need help." This is-
Right.
and then all of a sudden I was like, wait a minute,
Wait, don't quit yet. Wait.
Because her business was just booming.
Right,
She was
right.
like, "This is just, this is a lot. I need a
Yeah.
buyer's agent." Like,
Right.
And so, and then something happened to where I had it was back in October,
Okay.
and that's when COVID was around. Oh, COVID's still here, but
Right.
but I
Yeah.
had COVID, and
Oh. Okay.
and I was in isolation for
Uh-huh.
10 days,
Uh-huh.
and I had a lot of time to think
Right.
and to
Right.
pray. I was thankful that I wasn't in my hospital bed. I was at
Right.
home,
Right.
but I also couldn't give my wife or kids a hug.
Right.
And
oh,
it
that
was-
part that sucks.
It was
Yeah.
then I realized, is it more important to
Mm-hmm.
to have that time with them
Mhm,
now,
mhm,
or
mhm.
So that's when I decided to really pray about it and take the
Okay.
leap. So yeah,
Yay. And here you are.
yes.
Okay, so he said you needed help because you needed a buyer specialist, so a buyer's agent on the team. So tell me about the team dynamic, team setup. What is the Gibson group? What does it consist of? And tell me about your roles.
She's the boss. That's,
Oh, well, yeah, boss lady.
That's the role.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna tell you.
so currently we have an executive assistant,
Okay.
and she helps with everything. We couldn't
Yes.
do any of this
Awesome.
without her. She's
Right.
fantastic.
Okay.
We also have a transaction coordinator,
Okay. Okay.
and then us,
Okay.
and we're just growing from here.
Okay. All right. So you focus on listings.
Yes.
Okay. And you focus on the buyers.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Very good. So you talked about family, and that's really why you made the switch. The quality time with the family. Talk to me about your family. So, pregnant, leaving, or no, you mentioned pregnant, taking the test.
Right.
The real estate commission test. All right. So, family consists of two. Okay.
Yep. We have a daughter that's
Okay.
7. She's
Okay.
about to be 8.
Okay.
At the end of December, and
Uh-huh.
then we have a son that's 6.
Okay. All right. So you mentioned trips to Vegas. D.R. Horton treated you right. Okay. How are you supplementing that, or what trips are you doing now with the family? I know I see some things on Facebook. I see the little,
Yeah.
dancing and singing in the car. It was so cute. They had the video. He was singing to her, and she was just eating it up over on the side. I absolutely love it. So tell us what you do with the family and family time.
We've had so much more family time this year.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
We enjoy. We have a fractional ownership at Bald Head Island.
Oh.
So we go there 4 times
Okay.
a year.
Okay.
We also get to enjoy Mountain House
Yep.
condo.
Okay.
Yep.
So we go to the mountains.
Ski and snowboard. And
Yes. So,
We enjoy whitewater rafting and
Okay.
all kinds of fun adventures.
Okay, I
Yeah,
love that.
so.
And so the kids are happy.
For
sure,
that
yeah.
Daddy's home more often, the weekends.
I will say this.
Okay.
When I used to leave Horton to come home,
Okay.
as soon as I opened the door, Daddy! They used to
Yeah.
run to the door,
Yeah.
give me a hug. It was all exciting. Like, yeah, Daddy's home. Felt great. This was about a month ago. I walked home and I walked in the door, and I kid you not, nobody moved. You know, they were still on the couch. They were playing stuff. Lauren's in there, you know, cooking stuff. And
Right.
I walked in. I looked around and I'm like, hey, I know I don't, you know, I know I'm not gone all day anymore, but dang, I've been gone for like 2 hours, 3 hours. Like, and it was like I wasn't even, you know, like, oh yeah, it's just Daddy.
Yeah,
here,
he's
you know.
back.
He's back.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was like it's no big deal now that Daddy's home anymore. So, but yeah.
I love it.
That's,
I
that's
love
the
it.
only negative I'll say. It's just I don't get
Yeah.
that rush to the door anymore.
Right,
saying
right.
Daddy's home. So yeah.
Oh, but you'll be okay though.
I will.
Yeah,
That
because
just
it's
is-
supplemented with so much other time.
Yeah, they just
quality.
they're used to me now.
You're right.
And, yeah. That's
Which is a good thing.
It's a good thing.
It's a good
Right,
thing.
right.
All right, you had mentioned you mentioned something else, and it has slipped my mind, but that's okay. We're going to talk about something else.
Okay.
You talked about fun and ski trips and all of that. What
Mm-hmm.
else do you do for fun? What else goes on in the Gibson household for fun? What
Well,
about these date nights? Because okay, you're around each other all day.
yeah.
And kids, you know, I know COVID is still here, but they could be back in school if you're not homeschooling, that sort of thing.
Oh yeah, they're back.
Yeah.
They're in school.
They're in school. He was like, thank you very much.
They're-
School
they're-
is
they're-
in.
They're in school. But we try to. I mean, we go out on lunch dates all the time.
Oh, that's so cute.
We try to implement date night.
Okay.
It's a work in progress
Okay.
sometimes, you know.
Okay.
I will have to say this. Thank you, Mom, who is right around the corner from us.
Oh,
And-
nice.
Yes, so,
Nice.
she
But you
gets-
don't take advantage, though, right?
No, it's just what
She
she
loves
wants
it.
them. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
she does. So,
Okay.
but date night. I mean, she just asked me this morning. She's like, "Do you need me to watch the kids anytime soon? Do you ask me to go
Really?
out?" So,
Really?
so we get to do that quite often.
Okay.
We're
Okay.
very blessed.
Yes.
Oh,
and,
that's awesome that she's right around the corner.
literally
Wow.
not even a minute away. I'd say maybe a minute or two away.
Okay,
In the same
okay.
neighborhood, McIntosh on the lake.
Okay, I was gonna say, is she same subdivision?
Yeah.
Did she purchase a D.R. Horton home?
She is in a deal.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
she
you
did.
just
So,
spread the love
Yep,
throughout the family.
Yep, we've had about 4 D.R. Horton homes.
How
So,
about that?
yeah,
How about
so-
that?
So yeah, so she's right around the corner, and
Okay.
she lets us have date nights and all kinds of stuff.
Okay, okay.
So, yeah.
All right, that I love it, love it, love it. I think it was really cute when I did see the Facebook where he was singing to you and you were just sitting there like eating it up. That was super cute, super cute. So we talked about family, talked about the kids, talked about your date night and quality time. Is there anything you would do differently? Now that you started out in real estate, he made the switch to D.R. Horton. What did you learn in that transition? What have you learned since, it's been a year, right? This
Coming up.
November, because you made the transition maybe
In
October-ish?
March.
Oh, okay. So you finally made the transition in March.
Correct.
Okay. How has that been, and what would you do differently? Would you do anything differently?
Yes.
Okay. What is that one thing you would do differently?
I think he would have made the transition sooner.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. And then maybe had more systems in place before.
Okay. Okay. Made it sooner.
Mhm.
Better system.
Mm-hmm.
Be
Correct.
strategic and intentional about it.
Correct.
Mhm.
That's
Okay.
one thing I love about Keller Williams
Oh,
is the
yeah.
team that has helped
Yeah,
us say,
yeah,
hey,
yeah.
this is what you need to do,
Right.
and just helping us go from a agent to a sales business, and
mhm,
just to
mhm.
really think about our long-term vision.
Right.
And I mean, it's just been, like she said, should have done it years ago.
Right. Right.
My old boss at D.R. Horton said when I let her know that I was
Uh-huh.
leaving,
Okay.
she appreciated my work there.
Yep.
And she was like, I'm glad I had you this long,
Yep.
and you're either going to love it or you're going to be back real soon.
Mm-hmm.
And I love it. So.
Yeah, we're going to prove that part wrong with that. Yeah, because we want both of you here.
Yeah.
So talk to me a little bit about the systems you have in place, because you mentioned systems. How does this whole team thing work for you? What do you have in place? Because you do a lot of business, and he's on board, and you do a lot of business. I mean, it's only two of you. you got your assistant, but what systems do you have in place? And what has KW allowed you to have to help with this whole team structure?
Well, things are in the pipeline coming soon.
Ooh,
So
coming
there are
soon.
a couple of us on board, but
Okay.
you know, there's room on the train for
Okay.
more to be on board, which
Okay.
is coming soon.
Okay.
Um,
Possible expansion here?
Yeah, possible expansion very, very soon.
Okay.
I would say that I like to focus on new construction,
Okay.
and our one thing
Uh-huh.
is Macintosh on the Lake.
Okay. Okay.
So,
Okay.
but some
Yeah,
things are coming.
some
I'm
things
not
on the
gonna say it
horizon.
right now. It's really
Okay,
close.
okay. We won't make him say it. We're just gonna stay tuned for it.
Yes,
Okay.
it's really you'll see it on Facebook, and you'll see some announcements coming
Okay.
soon.
Okay.
That's something that she put me in charge of.
Okay.
Marketing.
Okay. I
Hence the
see.
shirt
Love it.
there.
Nice representation
yes,
there.
so,
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, coming soon. Unless you want to add to anything else.
No, I mean, you asked about systems.
Uh-huh.
So, I mean, just really having the job description for everybody was important. You know,
okay.
having
That's a good
him jump in at first.
Right.
The systems I spoke about, having that
Right.
thought out through, like, maybe initially,
Mhm.
like, hey, I'm going to do this and you're going to do
Right.
this. So, at the beginning, there wasn't so much
Okay.
tension of what do I do
Okay.
and things like that.
Okay. All right. Very good. All
But-
right. I love that. Did you have one thing to add?
Well, Keller Williams has been great to help
Uh-huh.
us through that.
Okay.
Whether it's you
Mhm.
answering our questions
Okay.
or whether it's been
The many
Ariel
questions.
or
Right. Right.
you know Emily.
She's a
with,
great
with
resource.
her expertise in her
Right.
area. I mean, all of it.
Yeah.
Just everybody in the leadership team's been fantastic.
Awesome. Thank you so much for
Yes.
that. You heard that. Thank you, staff and leadership
Yes.
team. Thank you
For
so
sure.
much. All right, so you gotta have some words for someone new coming into this business. So I want to hear from each of you on this.
Okay.
All right, brand new in the business. They could be 9 months pregnant, new family, all of that. What would you say to that new agent? Okay, I decided to go into real estate. What is the first thing they should do, and what are some things they should consider? What would your advice be to them? And if you don't mind, you can look into that camera and talk to them.
You know, if you're on board with Keller Williams, there is a wealth of knowledge. So just getting in there and actually doing the reading and the watching on the videos and
Right.
and just resources are huge. Taking the trainings, Bold's fantastic, Ignite is great, and never give up.
I love that. Never give up. Because it's a process, right? It's you're never going to start at the finish line. So you got to get there. So it's a process. All right. Thank you for sharing that. Same thing to you. What would you say to that new agent?
I would say only job you start at the top is digging ditches. So,
That's a good
you're
one.
gonna-
You can put that in the comments. Tweet that on your social feeds.
yes. And you're going to get out of real estate what you put into it. So if you just put a little bit into it, that's exactly what you're going to get out. Never quit. I mean,
Yeah.
like she was saying, you
Yeah.
just have to stay at it. I would say join Keller Williams. It's one thing that I would say.
Nice.
Just-
We didn't pay him to say that.
I mean, something I didn't mention earlier, but she even said it when she started. She was like, "Oh my gosh, babe, you're gonna love this." Like when she first started, she was like,
Oh, when I came home from Bold.
"Yes." When she
Oh,
came
really?
up from the
Yeah.
training, she was like, "You're gonna love this," and she was right. So I mean,
Yeah.
just the culture here, and just the resources you have.
Okay.
Even us getting, I mean, we've been doing it for a while now, but we're
Right.
starting kind of a different lane, and just all the help that we're receiving is just amazing. And I would say that treat others the way you want to be treated. When you do that, treat your clients the way you would want somebody to treat
Love
you.
Love it.
I gave my dad the same advice that I would give all my other clients as well. Treated them all the same, and that's what I would say.
I love it. I love that. That was a good one. The only job that starts at the top is digging a ditch.
So,
And when you're done digging the ditch, guess where you are?
that's right.
You're at the bottom.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I love that. Love that. Love that. Love that. Okay. Anything else you would like to share with the folks before we sign off? I'm happy to have them here.
Yeah.
These two are a great couple. I mean, they have no enemies in the market center because they're both so lovely and they're good at what they do. So we're so proud to have you a part of our market center. Seriously. And no one paid me to say that either.
Pay you later. Yeah.
Only kidding. All right. Well, thank you so much, Lauren and Isaac, the Gibson Group, for being here with us today. Again, thank you all for tuning in for this edition of Share Your Story. Don't forget, like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you again on the next one. Bye, everybody.